Hey Mario Karters and Frenzy fans, welcome to our channel.
We've got a most valuable items episode for you today.
We do. We're a little behind. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't seen this before, it used to be in our unboxing and we've pulled it out. But basically, what is most valuable item?
Yeah, so we send out a survey. We put it on Reddit and in some of the Discord servers, and we ask people to fill out the survey saying, what are the drivers, karts, and gliders that you're actually using in ranked for that week or that tour?
Our intention is to get a pulse on what the community is actually using. So if you guys want, mark it down. It's frenzyfans.com/MVI for most valuable items. You guys can go fill out the one for this week's tour. But yeah, we just get all the information. We see what the community is actually using. So this is for last tour. Yeah, we are reporting back.
For the Yoshi Tour, yeah.
Yep. And then we have an ongoing thing where we calculate it all and actually see like over the course of the last, this is what, number 4?
I think it's the 5th tour.
5th one that we've done it? Wow.
I think so, yeah. Okay. 4th or 5th.
Okay, so...
We might be in the 5th right now. I think Amsterdam is the 5th. So we've started to take... There was a survey for week 1. Right now, if you're watching the video, week 2 is going to be live. So
cool. So yeah, anyways, we get all this information, and our goal is to see over time what's being used the most, and if that impacts our decisions at all.
So as we can see here, Yoshi Valley was the first race in ranked in the Yoshi Tour, and from those that took the survey, almost 2/3 had used Gegshi. Gold Egg Yoshi. He's a cutie. I took him to level 6 right away. And Triple and Cat.
I adore him.
Yeah.
I adore him. I'm a Yoshi fan, so this was like, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
We're just going for it. And then we have Pink Shy Guy Ninja in 2nd, and Snooky Kanuki Tanuki Rosalina. What's her name?
You got it. No, that's exactly, that is the canonized name.
Tanuki Rosalina in 3rd. Oh, man. There we go.
All right, so now we got the carts, and looks like the Gold Egg came in as the most used cart on this track, followed by
the Dark Hot Rod,
someone's most favoriteest cart in the entire game.
Yoshi Valley just knows my heart and what should be on it.
And then the Tanuki cart.
Yep.
And
then the gliders, we got the Gold Wings, the Gold Eggshell, which was new to this tour, and then for third, third most common option was not using a glider.
Well, top shelf glider.
Top shelf glider.
So they were using probably middle shelf.
Because you have to choose something.
You have to have some type of glider.
Okay.
At some point.
Oh, man. All right, moving on. Okay.
So, look at that. MVI for Yoshi Valley.
Can we all just look at this really quick? Because
That's a good-looking MVI setup right there.
It's a good-looking combination. As we go further on, they just get uglier and uglier, like someone colorblind is matching them up.
But this is a good-looking one.
Anywho, so, Daisy Hills RT, we got Mario Tuxedo. Studfit's going to be stoked about that one. And then we got some Gegshi and Yellow Toad Pit Crew.
Yeah.
Which he is so cute.
Yeah.
And carts, we got the Red Bee Dasher, the Macaroon, and the Head Honcho. This Macaroon one actually surprised me because I do not have the Macaroon. Or if I do, it's like at level... No, I have it, but it's at like level 1 or 2. I don't use it.
Okay.
But you guys are going to see that this tour, it was actually a very common cart to use.
Yeah.
Which
I think it was a double feature, and so if people had it at a high level, then they used it on both.
Yeah, I think this is what's kind of cool about the MVIs too, is a lot of these things I don't use and I don't value, so it's actually cool seeing like the strategy of other people and what they place the importance on. So it's fun to see it. So cool. And then for the gliders,
look at this. So the banana parafoil, like a super glider, coming in and taking 68.6% of the votes.
Yeah. It didn't have many common high-end gliders that were common to have. And I am curious, let us know in the comments if you did this, but I'm curious how many people took this opportunity to take the banana parafoil to level 8.
Yeah, because they probably had it like right at 7 or like close to 7.
If you've been in the game for a while. If you're new, that's far from what you...
I just find it super interesting that it's like that much.
Well, same with the BBIA or...
BBIA?
Parafoil, right? Probably the same thing. It was just the closest thing that you can get to 7 or 8. And...
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So the MVIs, this one's not a horrible looking one, but it's not like, I don't know. It's all right.
There have been worse, but there definitely have been better. So Maple Treeway Tea.
The Bowser.
The Bowser Bunch.
The Bowser Bunch. I don't know. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so Meowser had almost 2/3 of all racers using him. And then Santa Bowser at like 12.7%.
Yeah. And then you got Cat Peach.
And then Cat Peach is just kind of over there in the corner, kind of doing her thing.
Yeah. I think Meowser is saving Cat Peach. Like, if you look at like the classic game, how Bowser saves Princess Peach, Meowser's saving.
No,
Like,
Bowser captures her against her will.
That's what I meant.
That's the whole premise. Mario's trying to save Princess Peach from Bowser.
That's what I
It's just
said.
we love Bowser so much that we think he's the good guy. And that Mario is the one that shouldn't end up with her.
Yeah, when I said I'm the opposite of that. Guys, we're all good. Anyways, it's just like classic Mario cat edition. All
and
right.
then here we go. We got the macaron. Macaroon?
Macaron?
Macaron?
They taste delicious.
Is it two ways to pronounce the same word? Am I saying one of those wrong?
I'm probably saying it wrong.
Because when we see these at like the restaurant, what do we order? Is it a macaroon or a macron?
I always say macaroon, but I probably am pronouncing it very incorrectly.
Yeah, I think I'm taking that second A out when I say macron.
Yeah, you might be right, but
I don't think I'm right.
I say macaroon. What do you guys say? Spell it out in the comments for us.
I don't even think it's like a tomato thing. It's like macaroon, or like you mispronounce it the way that Frenzy Fanboys mispronounce it.
Yeah, and also we never order these in restaurants, but we'll get them from bakeries. Like,
no, restaurants like Taco Bell.
Taco Bell is not
You're
a
right.
restaurant.
You're right.
You can Taco Bell.
It's
is
bakeries.
Not a
It's bakeries.
yeah, but I'm just saying,
Bakeries aren't restaurants. Thank you for correcting me once again. We also have the
Taco
Wild
Bell.
Pink.
Like
The
a
Wild
Taco
Pink.
Bell. Like, is that the first restaurant that came to your mind?
As
promise
well
I make him
as
actually good
oh, this one isn't even up there, but that's a Vampire Flyer.
That's the Vampire Flyer.
They were tied, 17.6% for
Yep.
both of those.
They sure were. Yep.
Good for them.
Then we got the gliders.
Now,
Get the strap.
these are some good gliders.
Yeah.
These are heavy hitter gliders right here.
Yeah, they are. Strawberry Donut, which, by the way, I got as my
Today's challenge pipe.
today's challenge pipe. That's what it's
Today.
called. Today.
In your today's challenge
Today,
pipe.
in my today's challenge pipe, I got the Strawberry Donuts. Donut. Glider. And then we got the Silver Star Chute and the
Dream glider.
Dream Glider, which I love. All right, so here's our...
Not the first cart that, you know, like when you go to the rental car, like Enterprise or whatever, and they have like the Enterprise level, whatever, and they're just like, go pick your cart.
Yeah.
This is not the cart that I would think that like Meowser would be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is the one we're taking.
But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking if Cat Peach had taken first on this, that would have been a pretty, like, that would have been like a good looking combo. But Meowser, I guess his like little pink ears
Yeah.
and pink paws.
I wonder how many people actually drove Meowser in. I mean, it had to have been quite a few because they got first place in both of them. So I just think it's hilarious. If I have this macaroon, it's at 250 base points.
He's very
it does
funny
nothing
looking
for
in
me.
it. I think I had to do that for like a daily challenge pipe or challenge, whatever it's called. But
I think I would really like that cart if I was like really into macaroons or like knew how to pronounce the thing properly. But like, I don't eat them.
Delicious.
I'm completely naive to this whole like,
I'm gonna buy you a macaroon tomorrow.
and it just doesn't do it for me.
Does Kamek do it for you?
Partly because he's not dressed in pink. Thank goodness.
Bowser's Castle R, we had Kamek, Gegshi, and King Bomb Gold.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
it, right?
actually okay. So,
Yeah.
8.8%. So this is interesting because I think this is King Babam Gold's level 8 track that he gets unlocked.
Oh,
So if
A lot of
the
people-
only way you were able to play him is if you had him at level 8, and about 9% of the players that we surveyed
well done,
had him
peeps.
at level 8. So that's cool.
The carts, the gold cheap one surprised me. Gold cheap charger, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
And the wild pink. And then tied for 2, we got the red Crawly cart and the something circuit.
I think it's the black circuit.
That is the black circuit.
So, yep. And then I think, what cart did you use on this one? I'm using the Tiger Bruiser, but that's just because...
I was using the Tiger Bruiser too.
That came in the tour that had Meowser, and so I just took everything new that tour to like max.
Yep.
But it looks like there weren't that many people that are playing the Tiger Bruiser here.
This was one that I didn't have I didn't have a really well stacked high end cart, so I think I was playing the Tiger Bruiser at like level 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We got the Dry Bowser umbrella, the New Year's kite, which I had to Google this one.
The New Year's 2022? Or the New Year's kite?
This is the New Year's kite. No, because the 2022 one has the number, and I was like, did the 20... Because, okay, so for the number gliders, you have a 2020, a 2021, and a 2022, and I was like, did they call the original 2021 New Year's kite? And I had to Google it, and no, it's one of these Hanafudo type ones.
Yeah.
And then tied for 3rd, we have the Gold Eggshell Glider and Wario's Mustache, which the fact that this is still ranking high blows my mind.
Yeah. I think that if it looked like it did well for you in your inventory, a lot of people took it up high.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Speaking of the mustache one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then we got MVIs. Sweet. All right. Donut Plains 2RT.
Yeah. So here we got Kangaroo Yoshi, who I still don't even have.
Neither do I.
Of course, the distribution here, only a quarter of the people that answer the survey were using him.
Yep. And then you got Black Birdo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luigi Painter and a Holidaisy.
Yeah.
Carts, you got the Black Dozer, Black Birdo Turbo, and then the Blue Steel. Steel Driver.
Steel Driver, yeah. That's the one that I was using.
I just wish they called it Blue Steel. You know what I mean? That's what I call it in my head. I don't know. I can't do the Zoolander face. But still, is this not the Blue Steel? It's the Blue Steel. Okay. Moving on.
We didn't even rehearse that.
You got the Silver Starchute, the 8-bit Fire Glider, and the Gold Silver Heart Balloons.
But look at that. 68% were using the Silver Starchute.
Which was it number 2 on a different one?
I think so.
We already went over that, but yeah. Cool. All right, so Donut Plains 2RT MVIs. Okay, let us know in the comments. Is any of this surprising you? Also, do you like this content? If you're watching it, I hope you are. But let us know, because it takes a lot of work. And we want to make sure people like it, because it's time consuming. I love it. All right, Yoshi Valley Tea drivers.
Yoshi Valley Tea. So we've got Weekend at Bernie's.
Luigi Vacation.
Luigi Vacation.
Boomluigi.
Also known as Boomluigi.
All the names.
Yeah. And then No Top Shelf Driver actually came in, was voted number 2 overall for this track. And then Penguinette. So, yeah.
Which, funny enough, I didn't drive any of these ones.
Who did you drive? Remember?
I don't remember.
Oh, Aviator. Remember? Because you leveled him up like 3 seconds into the tour. You're like, yay, I get to level him up.
I drove Mario Aviator at level 2. That's how much I remember it. Yep, that's what I did.
And look, he has the smallest, he's green there. He's the smallest little sliver.
I know. I don't even think I filled out the survey, so maybe pretend that sliver is just a tiny bit bigger.
Yeah, not enough to overtake anything, for sure.
All right, Yoshi Valley Tea. No top shelf cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Merlion, or the Roaring Racer is known as.
The Roaring Racer is my greatest regret as of late.
And then the whoa, we didn't even get to there we go. The Armored Rider. Do you remember that one? Do you remember how we didn't get to the 3rd cart yet?
When I said the Roaring Racer is my biggest mistake as of late, what I meant is the Armored Rider is my biggest mistake my biggest regret as of late. Guys, Roaring Racer has not stuck in my head. It's the Merlion. And so if you call it the Roaring Racer, if I read Roaring Racer, I assume we're not talking about the Merlion.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Armored Rider.
But let's take a look at the percentages here. So 19.6%.
Does this not look like an actual pizza?
Yeah. So 19.6% didn't have a top shelf cart.
Correct.
But then 18.9 used the Roaring Racer.
The Merlion.
And then 14.9% used the Armored Rider, which, I mean, I guess 14.9%, that's still kind of high for, like, that's a paywall. Like, the only way to be able to use that is by having purchased a banner. So,
yep. At least the people who are filling it out are pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Cool. Gliders. We got nothing for the top common one.
Yeah.
8-bit bullet and the, what are these called? Like the bright balloons?
The bright balloons. Yeah. So here's the thing, though, is I don't think that it's like a super competitive, like weighted demographic that is answering this, because we
Correct.
have so many that still say that they're not using a top shelf driver cart or glider.
I think it's a good representation.
Yeah.
Cool. So MVIs.
It's just
Hola de nada.
It's just Boom Ouija by himself.
Boom Ouija's like, I don't need nobody. I'm a bachelor. Cool. Alright, so the summary.
So ranked MVIs, that's what it looks like for all 6 races.
Yep. Okay, going back to Yoshi Valley. Isn't that a good looking one? I think it's just great.
It's like the bookends. You got a really good looking one, and then like just Boom Ouija by himself. Like,
Boom Ouija's
nothing else.
He's so boss. He's just like, I don't need nobody. Cool. Okay, Yoshi Tour MVIs.
All right.
So break down this for us.
So, usually at this point of the episode, I go in and I explain how we break down, from this point forward, the MVIs for the entire tour, and then the next slide goes into all of the tours that we've been taking data on.
Yeah.
And by the time we get to the 10th tour, it's going to be a rolling average. So once we get to the 11th tour, the last tour is going to fall off as far as...
Yeah, but this one right here is just for Yoshi Tour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this one's just for the Yoshi Tour. And what I have been doing is that I would assign just a certain amount of points on a scale of 10 to 0, essentially. If you came in first place, you got 10 points.
Yeah.
If you came in second place, you got 9 points. And then those points would add up over all the courses in the tour and then across all the tours.
Yeah.
Well, something interesting happened. So, I mean, you know, we can kind of see here that these are the MVIs or the things. So, like the Macaron, it was a double feature. And even though it didn't get, like, top 1 on both of those, it still had, like, a good percentage of both. And so that's why it's...
Overall, it was used the most.
Yeah. But what I noticed for... And let's go ahead and go to the next slide. The Mario Kart Tour MVIs. Notice here how we have no top shelf cart and no top shelf glider for number 1. This tour actually had a no top shelf driver as the number 1 with the way that I was allocating the points before.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, like that doesn't...
It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. I don't feel like it's a good like representation or like pulse of like what's actually happening. And so here's the deal. I think what it is no top shelf item is the thing that's able to be chosen the most
often.
Because it's in every single race, right?
Totally, yeah.
And so even though, like, a lot of times it would be, you know, like maybe 6th picked or like 7th picked or 4th picked, it's still accumulating points.
Yep.
And now after these 4 or 5 tours, it's accumulated for the drivers more points than any of the drivers individually that have maybe only shown up like 2 or 3 times.
Correct.
And so what we did is I've changed the algorithm.
Okay.
Also, let's actually go back. Can I go back here?
Go for it.
So, also what we're seeing... Okay, so for example here, the no top shelf would get 10 points, and then the Merlion would get 9 points, and the Armored Rider would get 8 points.
Okay.
And these guys are all, you know, kind of close, and so you would say, yeah, like a 1 point difference between all of them that makes sense. But then you come back to, like, some of these... What was the one?
You're just on it.
Oh.
You just went past it.
I know, but there's a better one. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So here you have the banana parafoil,
Yep.
where it had almost 70% of all
Yeah.
of the votes, and then the silver bells was like number 2. Oh, and the BBIA.
Yep.
So they were tied, but they are like so far away that it's not really fair to give the banana parafoil 10 points and then both of these next ones 9 points, because they're not really like being used as much as the banana parafoil.
Totally.
So the way I've changed the algorithm is essentially you can still get 10 points per race, but I divide the percentage by 10. So for example, here, the banana parafoil, it gets 6.86 points.
Cool.
Right?
That makes sense.
And then, so here, like, Meowser would get 6.18. And so...
All that to say,
back here.
math. Now it is a better representation.
Yeah. So...
I'm a great translator, huh?
So when you take a look, now, over the... Let's see. 1, 2, 3... Okay, so 4 tours worth of voting. So we're in the 5th tour now, to Amsterdam. So over 4 tours, Chemic has a total of 17.8 points.
Okay.
With Meowser at 16.6.
Okay.
And then Pink Gold Peach is at 12.16.
Cool.
Then you have like Charge and Chuck, Yoshi Gold Egg, King Babam Gold, Luigi Vacation, Bowser Santa, Tanuki Rosalina, and Dry Bowser. So that's kind of like the top 10, I guess you could say. And Dry Bowser has like 6.05 points. So it's a span of 17.8 all the way down to about 6.
Gotcha.
Then for the carts, we got No Top Shelf is 18.25 points. And then the number 2 is the Combo Cruiser at 9.67. So like almost like half.
So do we need it?
So this just means, though, that there are so many carts in the game, and all of these new courses have so few options for carts that it's really hard in ranked lately.
Yeah, it really
to have like stuff on the top shelf and stuff that is, you have like leveled up.
I'm not trying to be a baby, but Mario, he loves eating up our tickets these days. And I'm just like, stop it. Let me hoard. Let me be me.
So after these 3, we've got the Yellow Off-Roader, the Tanuki Cart, the Black Dozer, the Black Turbo Birdo, the Macaron, Wild Pink, and the Crawly Cart. So these are all carts that I think we're all familiar with and all understand like have good value in the game. And so it's cool to see, that they are making like the top 10 of things that are actually used
in the
game. And then here for... the gliders, again, top shelf, 18.15 points for no top shelf glider. And then right after that, Silver Starshoot at 13.2. Starry Great Sail at 11 points. And then we've got the 8-Bit Mushroom, Black Great Sail, Golden Wings, Banana Parafoil, with that 6.8. So it's only been used once. But Butterfly Sunset, Magic Parasol, and the Swooper. So... Cool. Yeah.
Well, sweet.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how... I don't see that the carts and gliders are ever going to be like taken over. I don't think that there's one cart or one glider that is going to get enough points to be able to take over having a non-top shelf.
Which, by the way, I was giving Mario a hard time for this, but thank you for not having that be the situation for drivers. Can you imagine if like so many of us were every like day in and day out not having a top shelf driver? That would make the game not fun.
Yeah. But they are coming out with these new courses that only have like 5 items total. And so if you don't have one of those 5 items, it can be kind of tough. So, and even if you do have one of those 5 items, you probably only have it at like level 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And you're probably matched up with someone that has it at like 3 or 4 or 8.
That's what I ran into with Mario Aviator. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun.
Yeah. So we do want to make sure that the more people that we have involved, the more accurate that the sample size, or the bigger the sample size, the more accurate that the results are going to be.
Totally. So go to frenzyfans.com/MVI. We'll also have that in the description below. So check it out. And if you guys haven't yet, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, do all the things so our videos can reach more people, because we have fun.
Yeah.
We like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, at the end of each of our videos, we typically end with a thankful, grateful, made me happy. So do you have one?
Sure. This isn't like a specific thing, but I just really kind of like this time of year because of the NBA playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we don't really watch NBA like during the normal season anymore.
Unless our team's doing really well, but
yeah, we have before, but like not so much. And so I really like basketball still. So it's really fun to see like high competitive. Well, okay. So first round of the playoffs, a couple of the games, there were still blowouts, and that's like, man, like what we really just want to see is like the really good, like athletic, competitive nature, like close games.
But don't say the result of the game in case we post this before someone can watch it and they want to watch it.
So we've been having fun the past couple days watching some games that have been really close, and it's just been fun to kind of root for a team. Sometimes like we don't even know who we're rooting for until at the very end we just see
start
that like
randomly cheering for someone.
Yeah, we're like cheering like real hardcore. It's like, oh, I guess I'm rooting for this team.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so for me, I guess I'm grateful for life experience. I think this is gonna be like a little random tangent here, but I think so many times in life I let anxiety like overcome me. So like the past couple weeks I've had a lot of anxiety in different areas of my life, and I just love like as you're going through it, like the more you go through things, the more you feel comfortable, and the more you can like predict how you'll react in certain things and how the world works and everything. So I am grateful for life lessons, and I'm also grateful that like as you kind of like take baby steps forward, things typically just fall into place how they should. So that was a very obscure thing to say, but I'm grateful for that. But I'm very grateful for that because the last couple of weeks have been crazy. So if you haven't been seeing us a lot lately, I take ownership for that. My life has lived a little bit all over the place, but yeah, I'm grateful for this.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us, and look forward to seeing your feedback for the Amsterdam tours.
Yeah.
Week 2 and week 1 ranked courses, and we'll come back next week with another episode. And so until then, may the frenzies be forever in your favor.
See you guys later.